When it comes to flipping houses, there are two basic methods, fix and flip and wholesaling, and your success as a flipper will depend largely on whether or not you choose the right method. So on today's video, I'm gonna break it down and discuss the 3 factors to help you decide and share with you what I believe is the perfect house flipping business model coming up. Hi, it's Jerry Norton, the nation's leading expert on flipping houses, and I've helped thousands of people make money in real estate flipping houses. And the very first question that needs answered is, should you focus on wholesaling or fix and flip? Now, if that's a question that you've had, or if you're wondering if you're currently doing the right method, I'm gonna help you get clarity on what's right for you. See, I believe there are 3 primary factors you need to consider to make the right decision. Let's discuss it now, and I'm also gonna show you what I believe is the perfect formula for flipping houses. But first, if we've never met, I'm Jerry Norton, and this channel is dedicated to helping you make more money right now in real estate, not later in 10 or 20 years or even 3 to 5 years, but right now so that you can achieve true financial freedom and live your dream life. Consider subscribing to my channel and click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. My definition of flipping real estate is the following: to make the most amount of money for the least amount of time, energy, and effort. Now let me say that again and really let this sink in. The goal with flipping real estate is to make the most amount of money for the least amount of time, energy, and effort. With wholesaling, when you assign your contract to another investor, you're essentially deciding to earn less profit on a deal for less work. With fix and flip, where you buy the property, fix it up, and resell it to a homeowner, you're deciding to make more profit on the deal for more work. So the first factor to consider is, do you want less money now or more money later? With wholesaling, you get paid out on the front end when the deal closes with the seller and your cash buyer. With fix and flip, you don't realize your profit until several weeks or months later after you fixed it up and resold it to a retail buyer. For example, let's say you get a contract on a deal to flip. You could wholesale it and put $10,000 in your pocket right now, or you could get funding and buy it and then spend 60 days fixing it up and another 30 days to get a buyer and another 30 days after that to close on the resale. And then at that point, 4 months later, you make a $40,000 profit. So given this scenario, which would you rather have? $10,000 now or $40,000 in 4 months? Now, if you said $10,000 now, then that's 1 point for you for wholesaling. If you said $40,000 later, go ahead and give yourself 1 point for fix and flip. The second factor to consider when deciding which is better, wholesaling or fix and flip, is the risk versus reward. With wholesaling, you essentially eliminate any real risk. The worst case scenario is you can't find a buyer and you aren't able to perform on the contract and you have to back out and you lose your earnest money. But you also greatly reduce the reward because you earn much less, as in the example where you make $10,000 wholesaling instead of $40,000 fixing and flipping. However, with fix and flip, you take on a much bigger risk. You have to invest money or borrow the capital to buy it and fix it up. Then you have to hire and manage contractors and correctly fix the right things, and you have to stay on budget. Then you have to advertise the property on the open market for a retail buyer who's going to pay the highest price you can get. All of this assumes much more risk. The 2 biggest things that fix and flippers do wrong is they underestimate the cost of repairs and mismanage contractors and overestimate what the home will sell for after it's fixed up. But if you learn how to manage these steps properly and you hedge that risk as much as possible, the reward is much bigger. As in the example where you make $40,000 fixing and flipping instead of only $10,000 wholesaling. For you to choose the right method, are you willing to take on more risk to make more money? If you answered yes, then give yourself 1 point for fix and flip. If you'd rather have less money for lower risk, then give yourself 1 point for wholesaling. Quick side note here, taking risk is like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. If you don't take any risk, it will atrophy. Now, I encourage you to always flex your risk muscle. Okay, now the third factor is more of a preference decision. Do you prefer a hustle model or are you more into the transformation process? Now, let me explain. Wholesaling is a hustler's game. Since you're making less per deal, you have to make up for it with volume by turning more deals. In all honesty, wholesaling is not even really real estate. It's more about shuffling paper. You're flipping contracts, not houses. Fix and flip, on the other hand, is an entirely different mindset. You're involved in completely transforming the house. You're improving neighborhoods and you're taking an ugly home that nobody wanted and making it a beautiful home that everybody wants. If you get more satisfaction from hustling and for you it's more about making the deal happen and less about houses, then give yourself a point for wholesaling. If you really enjoy design and market trends and you get more excited about the actual houses and the transformation process than you do making a deal, give yourself a point for fix and flip. So what's it gonna be for you? Fix or flip or wholesaling? Leave a comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you, but before you decide, there's one more consideration. Let me explain what I believe is the perfect house flipping business model. Rather than do one or the other, do both. This gives you more options and flexibility in your business because here's the reality. Fix and flippers leave money on the table by not wholesaling, and wholesalers leave money on the table by not fixing and flipping. Some deals are better to wholesale, and some deals make great fix and flip projects, and you should really truly optimize your results. For example, let's say that you're a fix and flipper and you're at your bandwidth on deals at the moment, and you acquire a lead on a good deal. Most fix and flippers would pass on it because they don't want to take on another fix and flip. Well, duh, get the contract and wholesale it. If you're a wholesaler and you get a contract on a home run deal that could make $75,000 on a fix and flip, rather than wholesale that one, maybe you should keep it and fix and flip it. Here's my personal filter when deciding that you're free to adopt. When I get a new deal on my plate, I ask the following: with what I have going on in my personal life and my business, is fixing and flipping this deal worth the return on investment of not just money, but time, energy, and effort? If the answer is yes, I fix and flip it. If the answer is no, I wholesale it. Either way, I'm making money. So whether you're just wholesaling or just fixing and flipping or both, the key to consistently flip houses is having a systematic way to manage all of the moving parts. That's why I took my 15 years experience flipping hundreds and probably now thousands of deals and created an all-inclusive cloud-based house flipping deal management system called Flipster. Now, if you've never heard of Flipster, not only does it organize, streamline, and automate all of the steps of flipping houses, but it actually finds and funds deals for you. It's really awesome. So whether you're looking to do your first deal or you're already flipping deals every month, Flipster can take you to the next level. If you're into flipping houses, you owe it to yourself to check it out. Just go to getflipster.com or click the link in the description. If you learned something on today's video, be sure to show some love, hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm dedicated to helping you make more money in less time flipping houses so you can live your dream life. Finally, I want you to watch this next video where I show you how to take your house flipping business to the next level. On that video, I discuss the 4 principles required to earn a 7-figure income flipping houses. So go watch that video now. And remember, it's not about the money, it's about having the time and freedom to have, be, do, and give everything you want in life. That's what it's all about, and I'll see you on the next video.